Good morning, guys. I hope you're doing well. I hope you are enjoying this series on biblical doctrine. We're going to dive right in, but just a quick reminder again, this series, guys, is not meant to be in-depth, exhaustive looks at these different doctrine. Instead, this series, guys, is meant to be short videos to help you start thinking through what it is you actually believe about the Bible and what it teaches. So these videos are designed to start helping you ask questions about these different topics, these different doctrines, and answer the question, what is it I believe? So that being said, we're going to dive right into the next topic, and today we're going to talk about soteriology. Soteriology, the doctrine of salvation. Now, salvation is a very big, long word that basically means how is it that we are saved? From what? Saved from sin. So the doctrine of salvation, or how we are saved from our sin. Now, in our last video, we talked about sin, and I'm hoping you came to the conclusion that you need saved from sin because it separates you from God. It makes it so you cannot be with Him and enjoy life forever in heaven. If you haven't seen that video, I just gave you part of the answers, but go back and watch that video anyway. So the doctrine of salvation, what do you believe about salvation? This includes things like how we are saved from sin. It includes the topic of justification, which is basically, do we have right standing before God, or what gives us right standing before God, being considered guiltless in the eyes of God, and the topic of sanctification, or becoming more like Christ, becoming more perfect, more holy. So all this falls into the category of the doctrine of salvation, or soteriology. Now, why is this doctrine important? Well, you see, the doctrine of salvation, soteriology, affects your view of Christ's ministry on the cross, but it also affects how you view working out your faith, or why you do things that the Bible says you should do. Once you begin to dive into the doctrine of salvation, guys, you have to answer the question, okay, why is it that we work? Why is it that we do the things that God commands us to do? Is it to earn our salvation, or is it because it gives us some kind of benefit, or why is it we do these things? But also, the doctrine of salvation starts to help you understand why Christ died on the cross and rose 3 days later. So all that is the doctrine of salvation, and so I have kind of 3 questions to help you start thinking through, okay, what is the doctrine of salvation and what do I actually believe? Now the first one, if you were paying attention at the beginning, I gave you the answer to, but the first question you need to answer is, why do we need saved? The Bible tells us that we need to be saved, but you need to answer the question, okay, why is it that I need to be saved? Your answer to that question is going to affect the rest of your view of the doctrine of salvation. So once you've answered that question, why do we need saved, you can answer the question, what saves a person? What is it that saves us from the thing which we need saving from? Once you've answered those 2 key questions, guys, you're well on your way to the doctrine of salvation. And I think it's at that point you need to ask yourself a very important application question. Am I saved? Guys, like I said a couple of videos ago, knowledge is good, doctrine is good, understanding what you believe is very, very important. But at the end of the day, if you don't take that knowledge and apply it to your own life, to your own relationship with God, it doesn't do you any good. Guys, I can know and understand the Bible in its entirety, in its original Hebrew and Greek and Aramaic, etc., etc. But if I don't apply that to my life and to my own heart and my relationship with God, it does me no good. So as you look at the doctrine of salvation, take the time to ask yourself, am I saved? Apply this knowledge, not just this video, but all the other doctrines we've looked at. Take the time to apply them to your own life and see how it affects or impacts your relationship with God. That's all I have for you guys today. I hope these videos are encouraging. They're encouraging to me. Until next time, guys, take care. I'll see you later.